The Arctic blast is here. We're now into hour 10 of below freezing temperatures in Houston. We are tracking the cold temperatures and the weather's impact on our power grid. The big question, can ERCOT handle the freeze? Here's a look at the supply and demand graph for the rest of the day. The purple section shows the grid's committed capacity, and the turquoise section represents the demand. And for now, we appear to be okay.
At 5:03, these are now the coldest temperatures we've seen since the freeze in 2021.
Yeah, and it's tough to emphasize just how cold you will feel when you walk out the door. In fact, you may not believe your eyes when you see some of those temperatures on outdoor thermometers like this one off I-45 at Rayford on the north side. We saw one there right there showing 17 degrees just after 3 this morning.
We have team coverage for you all morning long. Janelle Bluda, Ugochi Iloka, and Stephanie Whitfield are all out covering the freeze for us this morning. We start with Stephanie and a mess on the road in Southwest Houston.
Yes, this water main break on Bel Air Boulevard happened at around 9:30 last night, and it is incredibly cold out, especially when there's a big gust of wind. So no surprise, that turned into ice very quickly. Now, the break caused water to spray all over both sides of Bel Air Boulevard here in Little Saigon. Houston police had to block off the road because of unsafe driving conditions, and the sidewalks are icy too. And this is the concern as hours go by. The forecast is dry, but the freezing temperatures could cause other water main breaks in the city. Public Works officials say all prep work was done on Monday to wrap exposed pipes, so hopefully that's enough to get us through the next couple days. Now, back out here live, we can definitely still see some ice on the roads, which is why Houston police still have a couple lanes blocked off for traffic. But luckily, one lane of traffic is getting through now in both directions on Bel Air Boulevard. Back to you.
Keep it slow and steady out there. Stephanie Whitfield, thank you. This morning, we are keeping a close eye on power outages. We've seen people lose power in several different places across the region. But the good news is, so far, we haven't seen any major outages. This is a live look at the CenterPoint outage map. Right now, we are seeing more than 500 outages affecting roughly 12,000 customers. But we've seen that number bounce around all night, so we'll keep you posted.
Now, of course, it doesn't have to be a major outage to cause real problems. Just ask those living along the Washington corridor in central Houston. Ugochi Iloka is live there this morning where they've been in the dark for hours. Ugochi, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Dave. Well, you know, it's crazy. The power being out here isn't weather related. However, the question is, how are residents living in this area staying warm in below freezing temperatures? What you're looking at right now is the power company out here between Studmont and Heights on Washington Avenue eastbound is down to one lane as power crews work to get the power back up. Houston police officers on the scene say there were reports of a Metro bus hitting a transformer here last night, blowing it out. Now many apartment units on Washington corridor are without electricity as of around 8:30 p.m. Thursday. Now all the apartment complexes we've seen without power didn't appear to have any backup generators on. Now hopefully tenants out here were able to find a nearby warming station, many that we have been reporting on, or possibly staying with a friend or family member that does have some heat to keep from freezing. Kimberly, very important.
Yes, indeed. Ugochi Iloka live for us this morning. Thank you. Our team coverage continues now with Janelle Bluda. She's been out overnight checking conditions and tracking those outages.
The winds have been strong overnight, but they don't appear to be having a big impact on power. Outages have been reported throughout the night, but it appears utility crews are staying on top of things, and there haven't been any widespread problems reported. We were tracking outages down in Missouri City early this morning, where CenterPoint was reporting over 2,000 homes without power. Luckily, by the time we arrived, the lights were back on. In Houston, I'm Janelle Bluda. Back to you.
Janelle, thank you. While there aren't any widespread power problems so far, CenterPoint is offering a few tips to stay warm while keeping your consumption low. They say you should work on keeping your thermostat set no higher than 68 degrees. They also recommend keeping the temp set at 65 while you're home, and when no one is there, set the thermostat at 60. This morning,